Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cooking to Lose. I'm your host, Jeffrey Hattrick, and I hope you enjoyed that sort of scenography going on right before we got started. I had a lot of fun tonight shopping for some plates, bowls in this case, and just setting the table nicely. It was kind of a long day at work, and I'm really looking forward to preparing a very special Zen-style dinner tonight that fits perfectly within our lean and green. Supports 3 servings of vegetables as well as 1 serving of our lean protein. Tonight, of course, it's going to be tofu. I've never cooked with tofu, so I'm kind of excited to explore that tonight. I've left my Zen music playing in the background. I'm talking a little bit more slowly tonight, and I think it's just going to be a lovely session. So let's go ahead and get started and discover the joys of tofu. What we have here, we've got 2 different blocks of tofu, 16 ounces, 15, 16 ounces is an appropriate protein serving size, which this seems like kind of a lot of tofu. But what we've done ahead of time, I took it out of its container that I bought it at in the store, drained out the juices, and you press it gently between some paper towels so that you can get that extra moisture out. And then what you want to do is cut it into smaller pieces. So we're going to cut these down to about a 1/2 inch cube. So I thought it would be fun to just watch how this works. I'm going to make sure that you can see this fairly well. I first turned it up on its edge like such, and gently, it's really tender, you can just cut very gently through, almost like a little bit of butter, but we're not having any butter tonight. And then we're just going to do 1/4 inch cubes all the way down. Some of them look like they're a 1/4 inch, some of them might be an inch, but I think it's close enough. Cut this all the way down. Are you all nicely relaxed? I am so peaceful. Alright. So we have our block cut down right there. I had already prepared the other block right over here for us so that we didn't have to do all of that. Because this is a new recipe for me, I have my little cheat sheet back here, so I hope that's alright with you. As you know, I'm no professional chef. I just like to cook. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. We've gone ahead and strained our tofu and gently pressed out the extra moisture, and then gone ahead and cut those into 1/4 inch cubes. Number 2 says combine 1 tablespoon of olive oil as well as 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of crushed red pepper, and 2 garlic cloves. So I've actually gone ahead, we've got a little bowl that we're going to mix those in here. I have 1 tablespoon of olive oil. I've prepared our 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. That looks nice. We've got our salt and the crushed red pepper we're going to put in there. And then I have my pressed garlic. I love garlic, so I'm kind of excited that we're going to have a little bit of a garlic in here as well. Set that there, and then we're just going to stir this up just a little bit. We're going to use this in our preparation as we're stir-frying things a little bit later. How was your day today? Was it nice? Not too much crisis at the office, I certainly hope? Alright, let's set this off to the side now. Now next what we're going to do is we're going to heat another 1 tablespoon of olive oil in a large non-stick skillet, which I have warming right here. Ta-da! So let's take that olive oil. I'm going to pour that right in, because we're actually going to stir-fry a little bit here. I love stir-fry. I'm adding 1 step to this recipe, in fact, because I have those wonderful bok choy leaves that I would like to put in the bottom of our bowl, on which we're going to put this wonderful tofu recipe. So let's just take these leaves. I'm going to wilt them just a little bit. I like wilting the leaves first, so we'll just put those in the pan. You can hear them begin to sizzle. You definitely want to move those around quite a bit. Going to get some of that olive oil on there. Can you see? It's not too challenging. Just meditate there for a moment. This only takes a few seconds. Again, you can wilt this all the way down to nothing pretty much, but you just want to get it moving a little bit. Alright. That's pretty wonderful. Take a look. See? Wilted. Just like spinach, just like anything else, but this just happens to be bok choy leaves. It's going to have great flavor. So I'm going to go ahead and put these back in the bowl. The rest of our dish is going to be served hot, so I'm actually okay with these cooling down to room temperature. Just a little bit. Let's put this right back on the pan. I'm actually going to give us just a little bit more olive oil, if that's alright with you. Just a dash. There we go. It's going to make our stir fry just a little bit easier to manage. Okay? Now, next on our recipe, it says, in the skillet over medium-high heat, we're going to add the tofu. We're going to use zucchini. I'm using cucumbers tonight. I'm not sure, I think they're pretty much the same thing, right? Okay, they're not, but that's fine. So we've got our cucumbers, we've got red bell peppers, and the tofu. And we're just going to stir fry that up for a while. So, well, I'm kind of nervous, but here we go. First with the bell peppers. Next with our zucchini, or in this case, we're doing it with the cucumbers. And we're going to slide this tofu right in here. This seems like a lot of tofu. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to play out. But I do want you to take a look as we're getting started. Look at all of that. We're just going to stir fry that right in there. Oh, this actually smells really nice. I'm kind of excited for it. We're going to stir fry this for about, I'd say 8 to 10 minutes. So if you don't mind, I'm going to check out, go back to my Zen place. Gong. Well, hello everyone, and we're back. It's been about 10 minutes, and right on cue, it kind of looks like we're right about there. What I've discovered when you're cooking tofu is that there's still a lot of moisture in the block of tofu, even though we've pressed much of it out. And so for the first 5 minutes, a lot of that moisture was still, coming out into the pan. But now, as the steam is rising, the vapor is being lifted out of the pan, and we're just about there. So we are going to take this wonderful garlic, salt, pepper, and olive oil mixture that we prepared a little earlier. We're going to pour this right over the top to give it its last little bit of flavor. Keep mixing that around. It says for just about 1 minute. Let's make sure. Add the oil mixture, cook for 1 minute, stirring gently. So we're stir frying this around. Keep forgetting I've got a camera there every once in a while. So let's let that simmer. I'm going to prepare a little lemon wedge because it's going to be nice to slide or squeeze just a little bit of lemon right over the top. One other thing I took care of while you were away is preparing the bowls, which you saw earlier on in the program. I've taken those bok choy leaves and laid them right around the outside edge. And what's that in the middle? It's that Shirataki noodles. Yes, indeed. I went ahead and took care of, I just microwaved those for about 1 minute, took those out and laid those in the bottom. I think it's going to be really nice with any of the juices that are left in our tofu bowl. It's going to collect those, and it's going to be pretty darn lovely. Alright, let's take care of our last few moments of sauteing. Let's see if I can just check one piece. Wow, I didn't know I love tofu. I think I'm going to have a new special recipe to be sharing with many of my guests. perhaps that will be you one of these days. Alright, I think without further ado, we're pretty much done. So let's remove this from the heat. Let me take one of my bowls. You know, one other thing that I liked about shopping for my bowls today, which I have to admit, I found these for $5 at Pier 1. Yeah, definitely a place to go. Or maybe it's called Pier Imports. You know what I'm talking about. I got a smaller bowl than I might otherwise use because that's one of the wonderful things when you're cooking to lose. Use smaller plates. You can fill them up. It makes it perceive as though you're eating more, even though in fact you're probably eating just a little bit less. So here we are scooping the tofu, the vegetables, trying to leave the peppers towards the end because I think they'll be really pretty on top. Alright, that looks like about half. Let's do our other bowl as well. Scooping everything out. If you haven't tried tofu before, based on what I just tasted here, I think it's a great option. Alright. I'm going to finish prepping this all on my little lonesome. But let me just show you the finished product on this beautiful dish right here. Take a look at that. Beautiful tofu with red peppers, zucchini it calls for, but I used cucumber, wonderful little magic sauce, and some wilted bok choy. I think that sounds just wonderful, and another perfect lean and green for your day. If you have any other questions about lean and green meals, MetaFast, or the Take Shape for Life plan, please don't hesitate to give me a call. Otherwise, until next time, bon appetit and